This story, Tan Leza, his first years of Shlichus in Tzvasik. So he said, I came to Crown Heights, and in my briefcase, a whole plan for a dinner to raise money for the Shlichus in Tzvas, a dinner in Crown Heights. He says, in those days, people were very warm to support, to help and support. And I didn't realize, however, the tremendous work that I was taking upon myself. Anyway, we had the dinner, and the people opened their hearts and they gave, and they promised considerable contributions. Then I stayed for 6 weeks to collect the pledges. At a certain point, I thought it's time to go home. I was married only a year and a half, but the Chassidim, the Anashim in Crown Heights that helped me told me I have to remain till I collect every pledge, all the pledges. I shouldn't go back earlier. And I thought I could go back to Tzvas and I'll call people. So I decided to write to the Rebbe, and I said that the people are pushing me to stay in Crown Heights. And the Rebbe answered, Zokul l'tchifo, you have to be pushed, question mark, exclamation mark. And the question to remain, he circled and added, Kamuvon the portion, it's understood and it's obvious you should remain. So he continues our laser. What did I learn from this? We shouldn't have to wait to people push us to do what has to be done. We should do it. Now comes the story. L'chai says, L'chaim, L'chaim. And then he says, by the way, this is quite a by the way. One year, when we were already on Shlichus in Tzvas, so somebody wanted to open a yeshiva in Tzvas and appoint me as a mashpia. Oh, this is by the way. So I wrote to Rebbe about this, and the answer was I should check to see if this is not a Sagas Gvul. I'm not encroaching upon another yeshiva. I understood from the Rebbe's answer, this is not so smooth, and I declined. And that's when he says, I began, he hadn't begun his work yet. That's when I began to establish the net, the network. The network of kindergartens throughout Tzvas. I don't laser detail. So I remember once, this was like a collective dinner. The Shluchim of Tzvas organized a dinner in Crown Heights for all of the educational moisdes of Tzvas. And I was sent as representative of all the Shluchim. You all know, of course, the head Shlich was Zalman's father, Allah Shalom. I came early in order to organize everything, and it was not easy. It was complicated and difficult. And what gave me koyach was the brachas of the Rebbe for the dinner. 2 days before the dinner, I go to 770, and I see that the door to Maskiris, to the secretariat, is open. And the secretaries surprised me, shocked me, and they said that the Rebbe's given left something for me. I didn't expect anything, and here, what is it? The Rebbe gives me a package of $50, single dollars, tied up, and a bottle of mashka and a note. Enclosed is my participation in Lava Malka. Nun shtoris, Rebbe wrote it out. Nun vav nun. 50 notes. The kan yain sort of and a bottle of mashke. V'yirotzen sheyi b'atzlacha rabba lakoil. Should be with great success lakoil for everyone. Askalatzian, I will mention you and at the oil. There's a Dia Kirch Arleza actually didn't pick up on. I'm going to tell you. Maybe did, doesn't write it here. Listen what happened. This was an unusual language the Rebbe writes, uncommon. And I was very taken, very emotional to see the package, the whole thing. So I put it in my pocket. And I go to the street to go to the office where I'm working. It's 2 days before the dinner. On the way, I meet my brother-in-law. That would be one of the, no? Chaim.
Either the Greenwalds or his
Ah?
brother-in-law's from Greenwald,
Yeah,
or
Greenwald's.
or his brother-in-law
Yeah.
from Kansas City or whatever, another Kansas from Cincinnati.
His father-in-law
Could be
was
the other brother-in-laws.
big, lived in
He
Kvachabad and
he
the Steinmal.
he
Yerushalmi,
had other
very,
brother-in-laws from his wife,
very, so met his father.
from his family, from his sisters.
His
He
father was Makar of a lot of people in the early days of kibbutzim, and a big mechanech, a big, his children, all, many of them on shlichus. Anyway, one of his brothers stops his car and opens the window and is talking to me. My left hand is on the car handle, and my right hand is holding in my pocket. I guess he had in his coat pocket. I don't know, the package from the Rebbe. I hear, then all of a sudden I feel like I'm being held from the back. I turn around, excuse me, a big black, and he says to me, "Give me what you have. If not, I'm finished. I'm killing you." All I had was the $50 of the Rebbe. That's what I had in my hand. I wasn't going to give it. So I'm trying to hem and haw, like stall for time. And then I feel a gun in my ribs. It's my brother-in-law. It's like I'm talking to brother-in-law. He's sitting in the car. So my brother-in-law, like he puts his foot on the accelerator and trying to make a big noise, trying to frighten the guy and to make noise to attract attention. So this fella puts his hand inside the car, and my brother-in-law now wants to like take off. And that moment he shot. A black shot. I screamed. He shot at me too, and he ran. Shot in the car, and then he ran. I thought I was wounded, and within moments there's people and the police. I can't find much shot anywhere. I and my brother-in-law were completely healthy, Baruch Hashem, except for a small wound. His brother-in-law got that the bullet went in and went out. I don't know, it doesn't say which part of the body, and didn't touch any bone. Sure. So I run back to 770 and I tell them the story. And then I realized that the Rebbe, the note that the Rebbe wrote, and I remember the Gemara said someone sees in his dream the name Huna, and that's what happened to him. Because the letter Nun is in Huna, Nes. And if you see Chanina, a double Nes will happen. Nisim. And the Rebbe is giving me, and he writes it out, Nun, Shtoras, 15 notes. Now, there's something that I just picked up on. The Rebbe wrote, V'yirotzen batzlacha rabba lakoil. What's lakoil? For everyone, for everything? Batzlacha rabba. It's writing about the dinner. The lakoil for everything, which curl, by the way, is also Megimatria 50, 20, and 30, included this episode that just happened to him. Okay. All right, friends, he continues, but we'll stop the story here. Oh, you're not just going to finish of it. He says the story went wildfire, and by the came to dinner, everybody knew about it. They wanted that from the mashke, and I sold this in those days, every dollar for $1,000. This was a lot of money. This isn't the early 80s. And right after dinner, I wrote to them briefly what happened, and I said, I'm writing right away because I wanted them to the good news that the dinner was successful. And then I wrote back, Shuas means expressions of favor. Thank you very much for the good news that the dinner was successful. Okay.